Jai Sriman Narayana. So, in the previous session, we have seen as to how the karma has been classified into three categories as karma, vikarma, and akarma. So, now we understand the nature of karma is unfathomable and there is a huge mystery behind it. To understand it clearly and to practice is the only way for liberation. So now with karma, Lord goes about saying about karma and akarma. He says like this: Karmanya karmaya pashyet akarmani cha karmaya sabuddhiman manushyesu sayukta krishna karma krutu. So here he says about action and inaction, which has to be found and understood. The gist of this verse goes like this: one who finds inaction in action and action in inaction, he is the wise one amongst men. He is engaged in yoga and is a performer of all actions. So two things has been very clearly mentioned: inaction in action, and the second one is action in inaction. So what exactly it means by this? This jugglery of words appears like the jugglery of words, but the first one is very clearly says no action in action. In the sense, the individual, a man, has learned to work right from the beginning of birth. You see, without knowing, as we have taken birth and as we have been separated from the mother by chopping off the umbilical cord, we gained an individual existence of our own. Like we started to breathe. Of course, even the fetus we have been breathing is a different issue, but now we started to breathe on our own. We started to see, we started to open our eyes after a few days. Of late, children within hours they are opening eyes and seeing. But all these things are coming to picture, right? And there is a doership in it. The doership started at the age of 5 or 7. Till 5 or 7, we are just enjoying the blissful state of our true nature. Sat, Chit, Ananda, Swarupaha. Asti, Bhati, Chiti, that is what it says. And Nama Rupakaha. It goes in that particular fashion. But here what happens is no action in action, as we are seeing. The feeling of doership and the desire to enjoy the fruits are not there. There is no action of these things. You see, no action in action. Physically, the person a jnani or a realized master or a liberated man or a jivan mukta, physically they are in action throughout, continuously. As we have seen earlier, a jivan mukta doesn't lazy out sitting idle. The most active 2% are the realized souls, right? But there is no action in their mind of the doership, that I, the doer. At the same time, they don't even anticipate or expect the joy of the fruits, therefore. So now we all go to offices and work, and when we work, we have an expectation. We work for 28, 29, 30 or 31 days based on the type of month, or we work for 22 or 24 days based on the number of working hours, working days that we have in a month, 5-day week, 6-day week, 5.5 days, whatever it is. But at the end of it, on the last working day of the month, we have an expectation. Correct? We have an expectation at the last day of the month and we work. A Jivan Mukta doesn't have an expectation, he keeps on working. Of course, there are certain, pumpkin entrepreneur Jivan Muktas. So I know, where they extract work, and even after 2 years, they don't pay the honorarium or the wages. And please here, don't mistake that they are Jivan Muktas. They are not. They are failing from the responsibilities. Squeezing the blood of others, being insensitive, is not the quality of a liberated person. The liberated person is the most sensitive one, the most alert one. So in case you have to fight in certain case, just imagine that you worked and you don't get your wages, yes, you have to. In case you have written good and you didn't get marks, yes, you have to go to your teacher and you have to say, I have written like this and this is correct, why did you deduct marks? And you have the right to take, yes. Worldly, yes, I do say that you have to do that. Therefore, even in examinations, we have retotaling and re-evaluation. 2 things are there. In case you have done exceedingly good and you feel that you need more marks, you can go for re-evaluation, you will get. In the recent years, I have come across a girl who passed her 10th with 89% and she was feeling that she has to get more marks and she has done better in social studies and the marks were cut. And the girl approached the principal and they applied for re-evaluation. And as expected, in re-evaluation, they got more marks and she crossed 90%. And of course, the girl also come on the newspapers and other things. That's a different issue. Yes, that is there. We are supposed to. But I'm speaking of the highest quality or the pure sattvic nature, where they just work. They work 24/7. And they don't have any experience. Yes, if they get anything, yes, they relish it. If they don't get, they don't curse. They say, go to dogs, die. What for? They don't say. They just smile and say, okay. But this goodness should not be misused by any people. And always remember, the Jivan Muktas, if it is misused, it comes back like a boomerang with quadruple force. Therefore, none in that you are not supposed to scold or use bad words for Jivan Mukta, because there is no doership in him. But the work, action, reaction, equal and opposite. So once he has worked, the result has to come. How it comes, it depends upon the people around. So all the merits that he has done, it goes to those people who praise him, and in the process he might have done anything wrong, and the demerits will not get affected by him because he doesn't have the doership inside and he is doing for Loka Kalyanam. Then the people who curse him, they get back those ill effects. Right? So saying this, we conclude today's topic here, and again we shall continue tomorrow about action in no action. Today we have seen no action in action. Tomorrow we will see action in no action. Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru.